Charleston, West Virginia, home of the 2025 Mountain East Conference Baseball Tournament here at Go-Mart Ballpark. Welcome inside the park tonight. A beautiful evening here on a Wednesday, May the 7th, as the second game of the first day of the Mountain East Conference Baseball Tournament, as number one out of the South, the Charleston Golden Eagles, 25-23 overall, 20-10 in conference play, is set to take on the number 3 seed out of the North, the Fairmont State Fighting Falcons, 24-24 overall, 17-11 in the Mountain East Conference. I'm Jack Whitlow. Thanks for joining us here on the Mountain East Digital Network. I'm joined tonight by my partner, Tom Bragg. And Tom, you already had the enjoyment of watching one game earlier today, and we saw Point Park defeat Concord by a final score of 15-5. Now, that kind of went back and forth to begin with, but then the Bass heated up for Point Park.
Yeah, Point Park coming into this tournament just tearing the cover off the ball all season long, but through the first few innings this afternoon against Concord, looked like we might have a pitcher's duel. Point Park broke it open, a big inning in the fifth, got a home run with a full count and 2 outs in the inning, and things just kind of snowballed against Concord from there, and Point Park showed why they've been so good, especially on offense this year.
Yeah, you can tell why they have the number 1 seed out of the North and overall number 1 seed in the Mountain East Conference. With that victory, they move on to the winner's bracket. They'll play on Friday at noon, and they'll wait the loser of Game 3. That'll be tomorrow. So they've got some time to relax and enjoy the capital city. For Concord, with the loss, they move down into the loser's bracket. They'll play tomorrow at 1:30, and they'll wait the loser of tonight's ball game. We'll take a look at these two teams here. First, for Fairmont State, they'll go with the lineup of Ryan Goff. The shortstop will lead things off. Second baseman Quentin Smith will bat second, and the left fielder Cameron Moore will bat third. Batting cleanup Noah Canterbury. He'll play first base. Doing the designated hitting tonight will be Quentin Reed. Zach Brennan will play center field. He'll bat sixth. Batting seventh, Maddox Johnston play third base. The right fielder Connor Bailey will bat eighth, and batting ninth will be the catcher Tyler Haskins. For Charleston, take a look at their defense. Out in left field, they'll go with Trent Dozenbach, Carter Rust in center field, Dakota Miller in right field. On the infield, from left to right, Colin Kemp at third base, John Stansberry at second. At shortstop, Moose Lamont at second base, and Casey Fink at first base. Throwing the catching tonight for the Golden Eagles will be Evan Ulrich, and doing the pitching will be senior left-hander from Liberty Township, Ohio, Campbell Spradling. Take a look at the numbers for Spradling, a 2-2 record on the season. 13 appearances. This will be his 9th start. 39 2/3 innings pitched, 31 hits, 22 runs, 15 of those earned runs, 20 walks, and 36 strikeouts. He's got an ERA of 3.40. And you take a look at Spradling, the last time his outing was against the Kanawha County rival, West Virginia State. He got the victory back on May the 3rd. He pitched 4 2/3 innings that day and got that victory. Of course, Charleston coming off their last regular season series with West Virginia State. They won the first 2 and then dropped the next 2 to the Yellow Jackets. Of course, we'll see the Yellow Jackets here tomorrow in action. Charleston in the all-white uniforms here tonight. The maroon hats. Fairmont State going with the maroon top, says Falcons across the chest in white with the gray bottoms. First base umpire Mark Mell, Roberto Patterson on third base, and behind home plate is Bob Wyford. As Campbell Spradling, will start off with Ryan Goff. First pitch in there at 87. 6:59 here on the East Coast. Right side, ground ball, Lamont Fields. He'll fire over, and 1 out in the inning. Beautiful evening here in Charleston. Currently 71 degrees. Partly cloudy. So with 1 out, that'll bring up Quentin Smith, the second baseman. Ball delivered in there, a strike on Smith. .329 hitter, 57 hits, 9 doubles, 4 home runs, and 29 runs batted in. Ground ball, left side. Stansberry will field and throw over, and not in time. An infield base hit for Smith.
Smith showing off the wheels, really getting after it down that first baseline, able to beat the throw. A little stutter on the release there, but nice wheels shown off there by the Fairmont State Falcon to get the first base hit of this ballgame.
So with one out and a runner on board, Cameron Moore, the left fielder, will step in. Left-handed hitting. As Bradley sets and deals, and that one high for ball one. That one in there at 87 miles per hour. Moore batting .320 coming into tournament play. The 1-0 pitch misses down and away. 2-0 the count on Cameron Moore. Sophomore out of Charleston, West Virginia, played at Washington High, home of the Patriots. 2-0 pitch, half of the first inning. Runner aboard. Bradley sets at the belt, now delivers. The 3-1 pitch, misses down for ball four. So now 2 runners aboard for the Falcons. First walk issued by Campbell Spradley. Cleanup hitter and Noah Canterbury will step in, the first baseman. All MEC honorable mention, .344 hitter on the season. That's second best on the team. As he looks at that one outside for ball one. The 1-0 delivery. That one crosses the zone. 1-1 to count on Noah Canterbury. Smith out at second base, Moore at first base, 1 out here. As Bradley sets and deals a breaking pitch. That one lifted out in the right field. Ranging back is Miller. He'll make the grab, no tag. As the throw comes quickly in, 2 down. To bring to the plate the designated hitter, Quentin Reap. Bridgeport, West Virginia native, played at Bridgeport High School.
He's played some high-stakes ball games in this ballpark over the years, too, if you went to Bridgeport High School.
The first pitch for Reap, he looks at that one in there, a strike at 89 miles per hour. Bradley checks the runner at second. Swing and a miss. That one upstairs at 89 as Quentin Reap couldn't catch up with that one.
Reap's been the big bat in this Fairmont lineup this season. 5 home runs, team high at 42 driven in.
.336 hitter coming into tonight. The 0-2 delivery, and he came inside, just missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Reap. Selected to the All-MEC first team. The 1-2 pitch, that one popped up in right center field. Ranging over is Carter Rust. He'll make the grab for the final out. The Falcons get 2 aboard, but they strand them there. No score when we come back here to Charleston. It'll be the Golden Eagles' turn at the plate here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
Trying to find where you fit in the world can be challenging. But then there's a moment where it all comes together. And that moment happens at Point Park University. Career-focused programs converge with a vibrant downtown campus to prepare you for work and life. From experienced professors and internships to culture and job opportunities, you'll get the best of both worlds. Point Park University, where it all comes together.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. With a generous serving of historic sites, foodie eccentricities, and brewery diversions, the happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Welcome back inside Go-Mart Ballpark. We head to the home half of the first inning. Take a look at the defense for the Falcons. Out in the outfield, it'll be Moore, Brennan, and Bailey. Left and right on the infield, Johnston, Ryan Goff, Quentin Smith, and Noah Canterbury. And the battery behind the home plate, Tyler Haskins. And the starting pitcher for the Falcons, a right-hander, a sophomore from Stanton, Virginia, and Micah Canterbury. Canterbury, 5-2 record on the season, 11 appearances. This will be his 12th start. 52 innings, 53 hits, 40 runs, 33 earned runs, 37 walks, and 34 strikeouts. Opposing teams batting .265 against Canterbury. He's got a 5.71 ERA. And leading off for Charleston will be their first baseman in Casey Fink. Fink, a second-team All-MEC selection, 394 hitter coming into tonight with 37 hits, including 6 home runs and 22 runs batted in as he rips that one foul down the right field line and into the bleachers. 335, I believe, down each line here at Go-Mart Ballpark, 400 straight away. As that one's poked down the left side, and it is slicing foul into the stands. Fink down in the count, 0-2. Canterbury peering in over top of the glove. Sets and deals the 0-2 pitch, and that one stays upstairs for ball one. Beautiful ballpark here at Go-Mart Ballpark. Not a bad place to watch baseball as that one has popped up and over top of the press box.
Hard to believe they've been playing baseball 20 years here, Jack. I was talking with Mark Martin during the first game. Some of us have been around. It doesn't seem like it's been 20 years. Then you start doing the math. You're like, oh, my gosh, it really has been 2 decades that they've been playing ball here on the east end of Charleston.
The 1-2 pitch misses off the plate. That'll even up the count at 2-2. Of course, the Mountain East Conference, I believe this is their second or third year here inside Go-Mart Ballpark. They were playing down at Epplin Stadium in Beckley before moving to the capital city. Second year. The 2-2 count on Fink. And a swing and a miss and a strikeout to start things off for Micah Canterbury. That'll bring up the third baseman in Colin Kemp. Kemp leads this team in a .393 batting average, 48 hits, 19 runs batted in, 6 doubles. As he looks at the first one, that went high for ball one. Artificial surface all the way around here at Go-Mart Ballpark as that one misses down low, 2-0 the count on Kemp.
Of course, a 20-year-old ballpark. You got to make some updates, some upgrades every now and then. There was a beautiful grass surface here, but
that one hit hard out of the left field, and coming in and making the play will be Moore. Two down.
As I was saying, there was a beautiful grass surface here, but just this part of the country, the times that they needed it, it was just untenable over the long haul. And, man, they did a great job on this turf. It is a beautiful surface.
Well, they can have so many other events here within the ballpark. They do a wonderful job during the Christmas lights they have here.
Oh, it's incredible if you haven't been. It is a sight to behold.
Moose Lamond will step in with 2 outs in the first pitch. Swing and a miss from Lamond. .336 hitter, 36 hits, 7 doubles, 6 home runs, and 24 runs batted in. As he looks at that one, off-speed pitch in there for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Canterbury working quickly here in the bottom half of the first inning. The 0-2 pitch. That one stays upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lamond. Junior out of Houston, Texas. The 1-2 delivery and a check swing foul. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Breaking pitch down low, 2-2. It evens up the count. Late swing on that one, a strikeout. Retires his side. After 1, scoreless here at Gomart Ballpark in Charleston. Here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
Attention all car buyers, it's deal time at the all-new Cardinal Chevrolet. Come see the team at Cardinal Chevrolet and let us show you what a great deal really looks like. No games, no gimmicks, just great prices on all the Chevys you love. If you want to save a buck on your next car or truck, come see us at Cardinal Chevrolet. Silverados, Equinox, Blazers, all recently reduced and ready for immediate delivery. Our best deals, your best time to buy. The all-new Cardinal Chevrolet. Exit 34 of I-64 in Hurricane, West Virginia. Together, let's drive.
It's about unlocking your potential and discovering your purpose.
It's about community and how we can better serve others.
It's about learning and doing.
It's about the journey and the road getting there.
It's about opportunities and the endless possibilities.
It's about finding where you belong, and it is here at Concord University.
It's about you, and it starts with you.
Welcome back inside Gomart Ballpark here in Charleston, West Virginia. Jack Withrow alongside Tom Bragg. Fairmont State and Charleston here in the nightcap of day number 1. Point Park getting the victory earlier today over Concord in a shortened game, 7 innings, 15-5. The Pioneers, the new team in the Mountain East Conference, of course, making the move up from the NAIA level. They had a lot of success at the NAIA level, and they did not miss a step when they come up to the Mountain East Conference.
I was going to say, Jack, talk about the rich getting richer. The Mountain East was already a fantastic baseball conference prior to the arrival of Point Park, but, man, you put a program like that in here, and then, like I said, it just makes what was already very, very good even better.
Brennan, Johnston, and Bailey to lead things off for Fairmont State. As he rips that one out in the left field, but ranging over and making the grab is Dozenbach as it stays up in the air just enough for Trent Dozenbach to come over and make the catch for the out number 1. I'll bring up third baseman Maddox Johnston. Batting .208 on the season, coming into tournament play, and a hefty cut at that one comes up missing. That one paints the inner part of the plate. No balls and 2 strikes on the freshman third baseman. Bradley settles in from the belt. The 0-2 popped up on the right side over in foul territory. Fink underneath and makes the catch, 2 down.
Nice job by Fink over there in foul territory, kind of getting in the area of being close to the wall. Warning track over there. That one was up. A lot of hang time, hung up there for a while. Good job by the first baseman. Track that down and bring it in.
You could look out past left field. The flags are flying around. Wind going from left field to right field. 2 outs and the first pitch in there on Connor Bailey, a strike. Here's a look at the flags out in left field. The 0-1 pitch, that one upstairs. Even up the count, 1-1 on Connor Bailey. Bailey batting .315 coming into today's action. There's a 1-1 delivery, and that one in there a strike.
Bailey, another one of these Fairmont players with some high school experience in this stadium. Of course, he played for that fantastic program out in the Eastern Panhandle, Jefferson High School.
That pitch, fastball, misses down low, 2-2 the count on Bailey. That's a great thing about the Mountain East Conference. You and I see a lot of these players play in high school, and then they go and play in the MEC.
Yep.
We get to see them again. The 2-2 pitch misses inside, runs the count to full on Bailey. Jefferson High School, Hedgesville, Martinsburg. A lot of baseball talent in that Eastern Panhandle. Swung on, ground ball up the middle and out of reach into center field for a 2-out single for Connor Bailey. Nice piece of hitting by Bailey on that 3-2 pitch. So with 2 outs and a runner aboard, catcher Tyler Haskins will come to the plate. Graduate student out of Ripley, West Virginia, played for the Ripley Vikings. As he looks at that one outside and low for ball 1.
Ripley Vikings having a pretty darn good season this year. Last I checked, high up there in the big school rankings in West Virginia high school baseball.
1-0 pitch to Haskins, and that one breaking pitch stays upstairs, 2-0. Yeah, the West Virginia State Baseball Tournament will be here in a few weeks at Go Martin Ballpark. 2-0 pitch, check swing, and that one looped into the glove of Stansberry. A 1 hit, one runner left on for Fairmont. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Ulrich, Miller, and Mendez up when we come back here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has called West Virginia home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. The Health Plan, a proud corporate partner with the Mountain East Conference.
What's possible when you have the freedom to explore things that inspire you? To be a part of a community that supports and challenges you? Where can you go to find the space and time to reach your goals? Who can you become when you're able to make connections in a place where you belong? Find out what's possible at Frostburg State University.
Bottom of the second inning here at Go Martin Ballpark in Charleston, West Virginia, Fairmont State. The number 3 team out of the North, head coach Matt Urish in his 4th season. Hails from Martinsburg, West Virginia, played at Hedgesville High School. Of course, went on to West Virginia University and had a 4-year career there with the Mountaineers. As a pitcher, played some minor league at the Washington Wild Things before taking up the coaching profession. Of course, he was at Alderson Broaddus before coming to Fairmont State. Charleston, the number 1 team out of the South. Head coach Dean Peterson in his 2nd year, out of native of Cortland, Ohio. Played Division III baseball at Allegheny College up in Pennsylvania. As Micah Canterbury back out on the mound for the Falcons, and catcher Evan Ulrich will lead things off.
That first pitch off speed had him way out in front.
First team All-MEC selection in Ulrich. Looks at that one, 1-1 to count. Ostrander, Ohio native. As that one misses out of the zone, 2 balls and 1 strike. Was at Ohio State before transferring to the University of Charleston. Breaking pitch stays inside. 3 balls and 1 strike on Evan Ulrich. 376 hitter on the season, 50 hits, 8 doubles, 6 home runs. He pops that one up and out of play. Full count now on Ulrich. Canterbury again quickly set and ready to go. And that comes inside and nicks Ulrich on the arm. I was watching y'all's first game and a couple hit batsmen to start the game off with.
Yeah, the Cardoso, the pitcher from Point Park, thought he pitched a really good game, just a little bit of control issues early, got himself into a little bit of a jam, but Point Park showing their pedigree, they were able to wiggle out of that one with just 1 run allowed, and it really enabled them to kind of get some momentum going early. They were able to build off that.
And bring to the plate Dakota Miller. We're batting .280 on the season, 8 doubles, 5 home runs, 23 runs batted in. The first pitch, a ball. Canterbury sets and delivers, and that one popped up and out of play over on the third base line. 1-1 to count on Miller. Newport, Ohio native. He's a senior, transferred from Charleston Southern University. 1-1 pitch, ground ball, left side. Golf will go to second, and that's bobbled. And safe at second is Evan Ulrich. As Smith came over to field the throw, bobbled it out of his glove and never could control it.
So you see the replay here. Ball comes in, second base, just can't quite get the handle on the throw there. And Ulrich slides in safely.
Fredo Mendez will come to the plate with no outs and runners at first and second. Canterbury checks the runner, now deals to the plate, and that pitch in there, a strike at 84 miles per hour. Charge the error to the second baseman and Quentin Smith. The 0-1 pitch, the bunt, he lays it down. Fielded by Haskins and no throw anywhere. As Noah Canterbury was coming in to field the bunt from his first base position, and Smith never come over to first base. So now bases loaded, no outs. And center fielder Carter Rust at the plate. You take a look from the replay. As Haskins fields it, but nobody to throw to down at first base.
Now you could see Canterbury kind of chop his steps. I think he realized he was sort of caught in no man's land there, and at that point it was just too late. It was a well-executed play by UC. Now suddenly, look up, you've got the bases loaded with no outs here in the second inning.
Yep, there's a look at Matt Urish in his 4th season. I think he was 8th in career strikeouts at West Virginia University in his 4-year career.
You know, you hear sometimes those old leaders for West Virginia baseball, and you almost feel bad for them just because of how good they are now. It's like these old guys, they don't even have a chance to stay in the record books with some of the guys they've had up there the last few years.
He's hanging in there, though. So no outs, bases loaded for Charleston and center fielder Carter Rust. 225 hitter. He's got 11 RBIs on the season. And the first pitch swinging, lines one in to center field. 1 run scores, and here comes Miller around third, and it's 2-0 Charleston. Didn't take Carter Rust long. Saw the first pitch and drove it right back up the middle for a 2 RBI single.
A good job by Rust at jumping on the first thing he saw there. So we've seen Fairmont gone off speed, breaking balls early in these counts sometime, but the straight ball there got turned right around.
Trent Dozenbach will dig in now on the left side with no outs. He shows bunt and lays it down. Canterbury will field it. He'll go to first base for the first out. That'll move Mendez and Rust over 90 feet. And shortstop John Stansberry. Infield playing in for the Falcons. And the first pitch is a swing and a miss. 145 hitter on the season, 8 hits, including 1 double and 4 runs batted in for Stansberry. The 0-1 delivery, and that one fouled back into the backstop. The ball's in 2 strikes on John Stansberry. Junior out of Manassas, Virginia, played at Camp Community College before transferring to Charleston. Canterbury sets and delivers a breaking pitch, and that one fouled away over top the first base dugout. Dirty Birds were in action here earlier today, were they not? Little midday game, or morning game at 10 o'clock this morning. The 0-2 pitch and a check swing. They're peeling down 2. Base umpire Mark Mell, he says he did not go around. Of course, action will start back up here tomorrow morning for the Mountain East Conference at 10 a.m. That one, a late strike call for the strikeout and the second out of the inning. Top of the order back up for Charleston, and first baseman Casey Fink. That went down in the dirt. Nice block by Haskins. Fink struck out swinging. His first time at the plate today. The 1-0 pitch. And that went high and outside. 2-0 the count. Two runs on 2 hits, 1 error from Fairmont here in the bottom half of the second inning. 2-0 pitch misses down and away for ball 3. Two teams played earlier in the regular season. That was 2 victories by Charleston up in Morgantown back on March 23rd. The 3-0 delivery and taken all the way for a strike. Charleston got a 6-2 victory in game 1 and had to go 10 innings in game 2 for an 11-9 victory. Fairmont State playing their home games at Milan Park now. Ground ball right side, that'll get through. 1 run scores. Carter Russ speeds around third, and it's 4-0 Charleston on a 2 RBI, 2-out single by Casey Fink.
Jack, we saw in the first game of this tournament here earlier today a whole lot of damage being done with 2 outs, and the Golden Eagles picking right up where that trend left off here in our second game.
RBI number 23 and 24 on the season for Casey Fink. And the inning continues here in the home half of the second as third baseman Colin Kemp comes to the plate. Lays off of that one. Kemp flied out to left field, his first time at the plate today. The 1-0 pitch, and that one fouled directly back. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Freshman out of Kentucky, played at Wolford County High School. Long pause by Canterbury. Now it deals the plate. Runner goes. The throw down from Haskins and a stolen base for Fink.
It didn't look like Fink got the best jump on that pitch, but the throw pulled Haskins off to the third base side of the bag and allowed the runner to get in safely.
Now another runner in scoring position for the Golden Eagles. The 2-1 pitch. Slow grounder back to Canterbury. He'll set his feet and throw over for the final out. But Charleston 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 Falcon error, and 1 left on. It is 4-0. Charleston over Fairmont State here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Welcome back inside Go Martin Ballpark here in Charleston, West Virginia. Tom Bragg and I'm Jack Wither. Thanks for joining us here on the Mountain East Digital Network. Charleston leading Fairmont State 4-0 through 2 innings. Fairmont State no runs on 2 hits, 1 error, 3 left on. Charleston 4 runs on 3 hits, no errors and 1 left on. Starting pitcher Campbell Spradling back out on the mound for the Golden Eagles. And the top of the order back up for Fairmont State and shortstop Ryan Goff. Goff grounded out to second base, his first time at the plate tonight. As Spradling sets and deals that one high and outside for ball 1. Charleston, a 3-time consecutive champions here in the Mountain East Conference tournament. As that pitch in there at 87 for a strike. Defeated West Virginia State in that championship last year, 17-4 in 7 innings. And that was fouled directly into the screen. These 2 teams did play last year in the semifinals on that Saturday. Charleston defeated Fairmont State 12-2. Line shot out in the center field, but coming over and making the easy grab is Carter Russ, 1 down. They'll bring up second baseman Quentin Smith with 1 out. Infield single, his first time at the plate, over to shortstop. Breaking pitch, high and outside for ball 1. Talk about an in-state kid, played at Morgantown High School. The count was at Lewisburg College down in North Carolina before coming back home to Fairmont State. And when I say back home, Tom, I mean North Central West Virginia.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, just down the road. It's all relative. You know, you meet some people, they say you're from Fairmont. You say, which side? You meet some people who say you're from Fairmont or Morgantown.
Yep.
Say, oh, you're from Pittsburgh. So.
2-2 the count now on Quentin Smith. The 2-2 delivery and a swing and a miss and a strikeout. Second out of the inning. Campbell Spradling right now in a groove. Take a look at that last pitch from the left-hander.
He's fired up about it. First strikeout of the game for the big lefty for the Golden Eagles.
The left fielder, Cameron Moore, looks at a fastball in there at 89. No balls and one strike on Moore. He drew a walk his first time at the plate. There's a breaking pitch in there for strike two. No balls, two strikes, two outs. Campbell Spradling working from the stretch, sets and deals. And a called third strike. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, says Campbell Spradling. We head to the home half of the third. Charleston leading 4-0 here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
Team and a river in the middle. Take me to my hometown. My hometown is your hometown. It's got a gold dome and the picking on the fiddle.
Bottom of the third inning, 4-0 Charleston leading Fairmont State here in day number one of this 2025 Mountain East Conference Baseball Tournament. Presented by Cardinal Chevrolet of Hurricane, West Virginia. Micah Canterbury, the starting pitcher, back out on the mound for the Falcons. As Lamond will come up to the plate to lead things off for the Golden Eagles. Be followed by Ulrich and Miller. Lamont struck out swinging his first time at the plate tonight. Canterbury with 3 strikeouts so far and a swing and a miss there for Lamont.
Late on that one. Don't think he was looking for the hard stuff first thing out of the gate there.
The one pitch. This is outside. 1-1 to count on Lamond. Breaking pitch, ground ball right side. Smith is there. He'll make the throw for the first out of the inning. That'll bring to the plate the catcher in Evan Ulrich. He was hit by a pitch. First time at the plate tonight. And the first pitch swinging, and that one drilled down the left field line, but hooking foul.
That one got out of here in a hurry. Just a little bit out in front of it, though, and sent it to the left of the foul pole.
6 home runs on the season for Ulrich. The 0-1 pitch from Canterbury, breaking pitch, and he rips that one foul into the stands.
Ulrich all over these first 2 pitches he's seen in this at-bat.
Barreled up a couple of them here. No balls, 2 strikes on the catcher in Evan Ulrich. Canterbury with a breaking pitch away. 1-2 the count. Quentin Smith, the second baseman, shaded over towards the middle. Now that one's popped up in the backstop. Haskins underneath makes the catch, 2 down.
You could see a lot of disappointment on Ulrich's face as he watched the catcher circle under that one after barreling up a couple of balls deep but foul early in that at bat, just to finish with a pop out to the catcher. You got to think he was up there looking for a little more.
Dakota Miller will step in with 2 outs. In the first pitch, foul tipped into the glove of Haskins. Grounded into a fielder's choice. That became an error. As that one misses inside, 1-1 to count. Miller came around and scored. Two 1 to count. Swing and a miss, evens up the count at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Canterbury sets and deals. Breaking pitch, stays down. Runs the count to full on Dakota Miller. Payoff pitch from Canterbury, and Miller gets a piece of that one. Again with the 3-2 pitch from Canterbury. Had to go outside and just misses for a 2-out walk. And that'll bring to the plate the DH and Fredo Mendez.
Just the 9th time this season that Dakota Miller's reached on a base home ball. So good eye from him there to show patience in that situation.
As Mendez laid down that bunt that nobody covered first base on. The throw over chases Miller back to the bag. Pitch outside at 84 miles per hour. Misses, ball 1. Senior out of Camden, Delaware. Played at Delaware State University before coming to Charleston. 1-0 pitch is fouled back into the screen. The old transfer portal.
It's not really old, but it feels like it's been around. I'll say this place doesn't feel like it's been open 20 years. No. It feels like the transfer portal's been around forever at this point. It's just changed a lot of the games.
That it has. Again, the throw over, and Miller dives back into the bag. Just 7 stolen bases in 9 attempts on the season for Miller. Also, the team here in the past has been known to steal a lot of bases, but that number has been down this year. The team just 88 stolen bases for the Golden Eagles. It's second best in the Mountain East Conference still. 1-1 pitch, and they were thinking that Miller was going to take off.
He took a couple pretty aggressive steps over there, thought better of it.
That high outside pitch would have been perfect for Haskins. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Again, they're worried about Miller as a throw over to first base. Miller again bluffs that pitch outside, 3-1. The game within the game right now over at first base.
I don't love it with 2 outs. I'd be more concerned about getting the guy out at home and getting out of the inning.
3-1 pitch, and that went outside, and a ball 4. Back-to-back walks here with 2 outs. As Haskins walks out to the mound, nobody throwing in the Fairmont State bullpen. Matter of fact, nobody's even, we look out there and nobody's even standing up. So right now it's on the shoulders of the starting pitcher and Micah Canterbury. Right now as a catcher in Tyler Haskins, you're just kind of talking with your pitcher there, settling down, give him a little time here to breathe.
Yeah, get a little time to breathe, build them up. Like I said, there's 2 outs. Plenty of places you can get that 3rd out now with a couple guys on base. Just keep the game simple right now and try to get out of this without any more damage.
Carter Rust will step back to the plate. A 2 RBI single up the middle. His first time tonight. As Canterbury checks the runner, now deals to the plate, and the first pitch swinging again from Rust, but this time fouls it away. Two outs, runners at first and second for Charleston. They lead 4-0. 1 pitch in there, a strike. No balls and 2 strikes now on Rust. Liberty Township, Ohio native. The 0-2. And he stays alive in the at-bat as he gets a piece of that one.
Yeah, really defensive swing there. Just kind of trying to protect the zone and keep this at-bat alive.
Carter Rust, the center fielder for the Golden Eagles baseball team, dates the center fielder for the Golden Eagles softball team. And won Ali Rubel. They just won the Mountain East Conference tournament last week down in Salem, Virginia. Now Charleston baseball trying to follow that up. That one's fouled back again. By the way, Ali Rubel, home run on championship Saturday.
Not bad, not bad.
Drove one out in the left center gap off the top of the fence for a solo shot against West Liberty. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners go, and there'll be no throw as Haskins could not come up with it.
Well, it sounds to me, Jack, like she has really set the expectations in their relationship for where the bar is for expected performance in the Mountain East Conference tournament.
Yeah. And so has first-year head coach Taylor Welch for the Charleston softball program. Has done a wonderful job. The 1-2 delivery, when they ground ball down the first baseline, as Noah Canterbury fumbles it. It looked like he wanted to pick it up and make the tag on Rust and just rushed himself.
And that ball off the bat looked like it might have a chance to squirt foul, but first baseman just got going a little too fast there and picked the glove up without the ball in it.
Makes it 5-0 Charleston now. And Dozenbach will come to the plate. He had a sack bunt his first time. Runner goes and Russ, and that ball goes clear to the backstop. Comes springing off, but not in time for Haskins to gather And sliding safely at home to make it 6-0 is Mendez.
That's one of the things that I heard from professional high school, college catchers at this ballpark all the time is that those pass balls, sometimes they get stuck down in where the turf meets the wall here, but that stone wall back there, if it hits just right, it can come right back to you. Nearly worked out there, but you see able to get another across.
1-0 pitch down low. 2-0 the count now on Trent Dozenbach. John Stansberry on deck for the Golden Eagles. It's Canterbury. Long pause, and now he'll fake the throw to second. And I see a little action down the right field line for Fairmont State.
Falcons seem just a little bit out of sorts right now. The error on the first baseman, no shortstop rather covering the runner on second.
And a foul back. Two balls, one strike on Dozenbach. That pitch misses off the plate. 3 balls and 1 strike now. A 3-1 pitch from Canterbury, and he comes inside that time for ball 4. And the inning continues here for Charleston.
Action in the Fairmont State bullpen. Senior Evan McDade, a product of Greenbrier West High School, native of Crawley, West Virginia, getting active down there for the Falcons.
6'3" right-hander. As Stansberry looks at the first pitch from Canterbury, and there's a strike. Stansberry struck out looking his first time at the plate. Runners go again. The throw from Haskins, not in time, and a stolen base for Rust. Dozenbach actually stayed at first base, so now runners at the corners.
A great jump there by Carter Rust. Good job to get the ball out of the glove by the catcher and fire a strike down there, but Rust just had too much of a head start on that one. Gets in safe with the stolen base.
That one stays out. 2 balls, 1 strike on Stansberry now. 20 stolen bases for Carter Rust on the season. That one chop foul into the dugout of Charleston. Dakota Miller right there on the top step, trying to glove it with his left bare hand. Runner goes, and Canterbury steps off, and Dozenbach slides safely into second base.
Fairmont State middle infielders caught napping a little bit there. So late to get over. Pitcher a little late seeing that too, but looked like he had a chance if he had someone covering the base.
2-2 pitch is fouled off the leg of Stansberry. Charleston taking advantage of everything right now that Fairmont State has given them. They lead 6-0 here in the home half of the third. Game 2 here on day 1 of this Mountain East Conference baseball tournament. Point Park victorious earlier 15-5 over Concord. And a breaking pitch in there for a strike 3 to end the inning. And Charleston, they played 2 more runs here in the bottom of the third. They lead over Fairmont State 6-0. We'll come back. It'll be Noah Canterbury. Reap and Brennan due up for the Falcons here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has called West Virginia home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the Health Plan, we don't just work here, we live here. The Health Plan, a proud corporate partner with the Mountain East Conference.
Top of the fourth inning here at Go-Mart Ballpark in Charleston. The number 1 seed out of the South, the Charleston Golden Eagles, leading the number 3 seed out of the North, Fairmont State, 6-0. Charleston 6 runs on 3 hits. Fairmont State no runs on 2 hits and 2 errors.
Golden Eagles taking advantage of some mistakes in that inning by Fairmont State. First 2 guys went down fast, then a pair of walks and an error allowed a couple of runs to get in, some damage to be done in that half.
First pitch, 87 from left-hander Campbell Spradling. Spradling has allowed 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts so far. There's a beautiful pitch in there to make it 0-2 on Noah Canterbury. Flat out to right field, his first time at the plate today as he lays off of that one down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Noah Canterbury. Senior out of Stanton, Virginia, and he chased that one. As Ulrich will throw down a first to complete the out, 1 out. Tried to get him to chase one. He pitched right before that. He laid off of that one, but then went digging for that one and came up empty.
It was a nice look at that sweeping breaking ball from the left-hander, just diving out of the zone and getting the batter to chase.
Designated hitter Quentin Reap looks at a fastball at 88. Off the plate for ball 1. Flew out to center field his first time at the plate. 1-0 pitch and fouled back into the screen. One to count on Reap. Swing and a miss there. Off speed from Campbell Spradling. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Charleston leading 6-0 here at top of the 4th inning. 2-2 delivery. That one hit well out in the center field as Rust going back to his left, but plenty of room, and hauls it in a couple steps before the warning track, 2 down.
Yeah, whole lot of room out there in that part of the ballpark. Seen a lot of balls come off the bats over the years that you think, oh man, that one's got a chance, that go out to that part of the field to die. And we just saw another one there. Got good contact on it, just too much outfield out there.
2 down. I bring up center fielder Zach Brennan. He flew out to left field his first time at the plate as that one's down in the dirt for ball 1. Came in, turned at plate, 270 hitter, 40 hits, 7 doubles, a triple, and 5 home runs for Brennan. A Morgantown native, played at Potomac State as a swing and a miss. It's one place I've never been up to, Potomac State.
You know, I've never been there, but you talk about...
I've seen pictures.
Yeah, oh, yeah. And the players they've put out over the years. You talk about a baseball factory particularly for guys that grew up playing ball in West Virginia. You see a lot of guys end up at Potomac State that go on to, you don't want to say bigger and better things, but go on to higher levels of college baseball.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Brennan. As Bradley sets and deals, and that one a grounder up the middle. Lamont fields, and the one hopper over to Fink for the final out here in the top of the 4th. Charleston leading Fairmont State 6-0. Fink, Kemp, and Lamont due up when we come back on the Mountain East Digital Network. State Capitol down the right field line as we're here at the Go Martin Ballpark. 6-0 Charleston leading. New pitcher for the Falcons. And right-hander Andrew Corson, 6'3", 200-pound redshirt junior from Wellsburg, West Virginia, played at Brook High School, home of the Bruins. Will take over on the mound here for Fairmont State. Corson has a 4-2 record on the season and 15 appearances, all out of the bullpen. 24 innings pitched, 42 hits, 25 runs, 17 of those earned runs, 5 walks and 15 strikeouts. A 385 average. The opponents against Corson on the year, he's got a 5-2 record and a 5.71 ERA.
And doesn't get hit hard often. Only 4 home runs allowed, 0 triples, 8 doubles off him this season. So when they put it in play, they tend not to get solid contact off of this guy.
Top of the order back up for Charleston and Casey Fink. Fink 1 for 2 on the evening as the first pitch from Corson. Fastball at 87 miles per hour outside for ball 1. All action at Frostburg State back on the 2nd of May through 2 2/3 innings. And that one ripped into left field. That'll get down and go almost to the wall. It's cut off at the warning track by Moore, but a sliding double to start things off for Casey Fink.
Yeah, Fink timed that one up well. Corson has a little bit of a hitch in his delivery, almost a delay as he gets going towards the plate, but great job by the first baseman for the University of Charleston to go the other way with that one, come up with an extra base hit.
Third baseman Colin Kemp now will step in with a runner in scoring position and no outs. As Kemp looks at that one, falling away and outside for ball 1. Flew out to left field, then grounded out last time at the plate. The 1-0 pitch, again a breaking pitch, misses down low, 2-0. Ground ball right side. Smith ranges over and fields and throws for the first out, but Fink will move over to third base with 1 out. For a second, it looked like a big hole over on that right side.
Yeah,
Smith closed up on that one. As Moose Lamont will step in with one out. He's 0 for 2 tonight. And the first pitch, swinging fly ball down the right field line. Coming over is Bailey, and that'll drop for extra bases and an RBI double for Moose Lamont. That makes it 7-0 Charleston.
Looked like Fairmont State was playing almost a bit of a shift with its outfield. So the right fielder well off of that first base foul line running down there. Had to come a long way. Looked like he had a chance when he broke on the ball, but that was just asking a little too much. Nice job of hitting there by Moose.
Ball just tailing away from Bailey towards the line as Evan Ulrich will come to the plate. And the first pitch swinging, lines that one out into the stands down the right field line. Tell you what, he's barreled up some balls.
He has. Last at bat, I know it ended with that little pop-up to the catcher, but earlier in the bat, he hit some foul balls that he smoked those. I'd love to see the exit velocity on those.
The 0-1 pitch, that one high for ball one. I thought they had the TrackMan here. And I know we've used it here before. Corson checks the runner and a breaking pitch, a fly ball, right field. Bailey, plenty of room underneath, makes the catch as Lamont tags. The throw is cut off. And Lamont now at third base with 2 outs. Of course, Charleston, their last time at the plate, did some damage with 2 outs.
Yeah, that's when the wheels started to fall off a little bit in the third for Fairmont. It went walk, an error, another walk. No hits in that inning recorded, but 2 more runs on the board.
Right fielder Dakota Miller grounded out and walked his last time at the plate. As the first pitch, ground ball, left side, Johnston fields. He'll fire across the diamond to complete the third out here. Charleston again plates a run here in the bottom of the fourth. They lead 7-0 over Fairmont State here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
I got involved in officiating volleyball 8 years after I played Division I in college.
And I wanted to do more than just be a spectator. I wanted to get involved and give back to the sport that I've loved for so long.
I'm a speaker,
A builder.
I coach,
Culinary arts. Auditor. A firefighter. And I'm a volleyball official.
Officiating volleyball was something that helped me to reconnect to my roots.
Volleyball officiating will bring positive influences into your life along with lifelong friends.
I said yes to becoming a volleyball official so that I could give back to the game.
Saying yes to volleyball officiating will give you the privilege to be a part of one of the most exciting sports around.
Challenge yourself as a referee to always be the best you can be.
For anyone contemplating becoming a volleyball official,
just go for it.
Take the plunge, open the door,
stay on the court.
Just say yes.
Say yes to officiating. Learn more about how to get involved at sayyes2officiating.com.
Welcome back inside Go-Mart Ballpark here in Charleston. Jack Withler alongside Tom Bragg. Charleston leading Fairmont State 7-0. 7 runs on 5 hits, no errors. Fairmont State no runs on 2 hits and 2 errors. Starting pitcher Campbell Spradling back out for his 5th inning of work. Spradling so far, I've got him with 53 pitches, 34 strikes, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts.
Maddox Johnston coming to the plate now, Jack, and it's one of those weird baseball things you see all the time. Guy makes a play to end the last inning, a nice collection and throw over at third base, and now he's going to lead off this inning.
He pops that one up and out of play. Looks like we do have a defensive change for Charleston. Out at shortstop now. Is Lane Weismiller as that one's fouled away. So Weismiller at shortstop for the Golden Eagles. Came in for Stansberry. 0-2 pitch just off the plate. One ball, 2 strikes on Maddox Johnston. Lays off of that one, but a called third strike. And the 4th strikeout of the ball game for Campbell Spradley.
Second time he's got somebody looking up there on the 3rd strike, and man, Spradling just he's dealing so far today. This has been an excellent outing from the big lefty for the Golden Eagles.
Bailey singled to center field his first time at the plate. And the first pitch swinging, a chopper down the third baseline, one-handed, and Kemp throws, but not in time. Third baseman showing some skill coming down that third baseline.
Yeah, great effort by Kemp there to come down, as you said, barehanded, as we see on the replay, catch it in between hops and fired a strike over there. Nice job on the stretch at first base by Fink, just not in time.
Second hit of the ball game for Bailey. So with 1 out, brings up the catcher in Tyler Haskins. As that one down and away for ball 1.
And Bailey with 2 of the Falcons' 3 hits here this evening.
Haskins lined out to shortstop his last time at the plate. Looks at a breaking pitch outside, 2-0. Seven doubles, a triple, and 5 home runs. 25 runs batted in for Haskins. Honorable mention selection here in the MEC as that pitch misses out of the zone. 3-0 the count. And a 4-pitch walk. Second walk of the ball game for Spradley.
Well, that one was close. Ulrich did a good job of trying to frame that one and get it back across the plate with his glove, but unable to get the call there. And it's, as you said, 4-pitch walk.
Going to bring up Ryan Goff, the shortstop. That pitch misses inside for ball 1. So now Spradley struggling a bit to find the strike zone as his catcher, Evan Ulrich, walks out to the mound and gives him a talk. And now action in the bullpen for Charleston. Maybe Trace Hartman warming up, the right-hander for the Golden Eagles. One out here in the top half of the 5th inning as that one's fouled back.
First time the Falcons have had a runner in scoring position since Quentin Smith, second batter of the 1st inning.
Oh, nice breaking pitch there. That one dropped off the table into the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ryan Goff. Bailey down at second, Haskins at first with 1 out. Breaking pitch, and that one ripped foul down the third baseline.
Yeah, head on a swivel in the crowd here at Gomart Ballpark. It's kind of the gift and the curse. It's such an intimate venue, and you get so close to the game, but there are dangers associated with that.
But there is. Ground ball left side and gloved by Weismiller. And a nice job to just keep that one into the infield. No play. So an infield single for Ryan Goff loads the bases up now for the Falcons with 1 out. And now head coach and Dean Peterson will walk out to the mound.
Well, defensive substitution coming up big there, as you said. Weismiller not able to make a play on anybody there, but able to keep that ball in front of him and in the infield and keep the Falcons off the scoreboard here.
The entire infield for Charleston in on the mound, talking to Their skipper in Dean Peterson in his second season here at University of Charleston. Cortland, Ohio native. Served 11 years with the U.S. Secret Service. Before coming back to coach college baseball, spent 3 years at Frostburg State as their pitching coach.
It's quite the career change.
That is. Had a great 3-year career at Allegheny College as a pitcher and played 5 years in the Red Sox organization. Some minor league baseball. Quentin Smith as he rips that one down the left field line, but it hooks foul.
Smith did not miss that one by much, Jack.
Just a bit ahead of it. 2 balls and 1 strike on Smith. Bases loaded, 1 out. Bradley from the stretch settles just below the belt. And a swing and a miss, and the bat came out of Quentin Smith's hands that time. Dean Peterson comes out and gives him the bat.
Of course, just 1 out here in the inning. Connor Bailey over on third base, the first Falcon that's reached third base all evening so far. So one of the first real dangerous spots for this UC team defensively here this evening.
Smith walks over to get a little
grip, little spray, a little something on
something.
Yeah.
Do they even use pine tar anymore? I'm not even sure. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bradley deals and a swing and a miss and a big strikeout there. 2 down. Or no, they say you got a piece of it. Look at the replay there. And plate umpire Bob Wyford all over that one.
Yeah, I thought it sounded like maybe he tipped it just a little bit, but
he acted like he was going to take off for first, like he knew he missed it, but stays alive. The 0-2 pitch, breaking pitch, fouled off.
just an enormous at-bat here for Fairmont State. At 7-0, this point of the game, if you're going to get back into it, you got to start making some moves at some point. It seems like now is as good a chance as certainly as they've had so far tonight.
The 0-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. And there's the strikeout for Spradling. And now 2 down. His 5th strikeout of the ball game.
Yeah, big punch out for the Golden Eagles there. Really simplifies things with 2 outs. Yeah, you've got the bases loaded, but you can get that out anywhere on the field now.
Cameron Moore, the left fielder, 0 for 1 on the day. We'll dig in on the left side and looks at the first one outside and low for ball 1. Moore has walked and struck out tonight. Ball outside, gets away from Ulrich, but not far enough. As Bailey will just stand there on the third base bag.
Ulrich took a second there to just tell his pitcher, calm down, man. It's
2-0 the count on Cameron Moore. One misses down low, 3-0. 3-0 pitch, and that one right down the middle. Moore taking all the way, 3-1. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And a foul tip in the glove for strike 2. Now the Charleston fans getting behind their starting pitcher in Campbell Spradley. The payoff pitch coming up from Spradley. Sets and deals. And off the plate for ball 4. And that'll plate the first run tonight for Fairmont State, as Bailey will come in to score. The RBI to Cameron Moore makes it 7-1. Third walk of the ball game for Spradley. And now Noah Canterbury, the first baseman, will come to the plate. Spradley sets and deals, and a late swing on that one. 88 miles per hour coming in that time. Spradley again working from the stretch, the 0-1 pitch, and that one in there for called strike 2. Spradley ahead in the countdown, no balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. 0-2 breaking pitch, ground ball, left side. This could be trouble as Kemp fires across the diamond for the final out.
Fantastic play.
Terrific play by the freshman third baseman to limit the damage here in the top of the 5th to just 1 run for the Falcons. We head to the bottom. Mendez will lead things off when we come back here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
Glenville State University offers cutting-edge programs, small class sizes, and dedicated faculty providing students with a personalized experience focused on their success. With the lowest tuition in the Mountain State, every student has the opportunity to achieve their goals. At Glenville State University, you'll find a community that supports, challenges, and inspires you every step of the way. From hands-on learning in state-of-the-art facilities to internships that connect you with real-world opportunities, we prepare you for the challenges and triumphs of tomorrow. Pioneer your future at Glenville State University.
For over 4 decades, the health plan is called West Virginia Home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. Proudly serving West Virginia since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community. The health plan. Here for you.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Charleston leading Fairmont State 7-1. Fairmont State's played a run in the top of the 5th. 1 run on 4 hits. 2 errors. They've left 6 aboard. Charleston 7 run on 5 hits. No errors. Then they have left 4 runners aboard. Andrew Corson, the right-hander, back out on the mound for the Falcons. As Mendez, Rust, and Dozenbach due up for Charleston. Point Park got the victory earlier today over Concord, 15-5. So they'll get a bit of a break. They'll sit around here in the capital city until noon on Friday. Concord will drop down into the losers bracket. They'll play tomorrow at 1:30. They'll take on the loser of tonight's nightcap, Charleston and Fairmont State. Fredo Mendez will lead things off for the Golden Eagles. He walked his last time at the plate. Had a bunt single earlier tonight as the first pitch from Corson outside for ball 1. Nighttime falling here in the capital city. Lights are on here at Gomart Ballpark. Corson sets and deals. That one hit hard out in the right field gap and looking, and that is gone. Brennan and Bailey just turned and watched it. As Fredo Mendez turned on that fastball and delivered it over the wall in right center field. 8-1 Charleston.
That is Mendez's 4th home run of the season. And, Jack, that one got out of here in a hurry. Lefty got all of that, got all the way around on it, sent that one to Morris Street.
Yeah, you looked at it go, and then you looked at right fielder and Bailey, and he had just turned and watched it.
So we see on the replay, not a lot those outfielders were going to do.
Well, took a couple hops and hit that warehouse over on the other side. Carter Russ will come to the plate as a breaking pitch in there, a strike. Fifth home run of the season given up by Andrew Corson. As that pitch in there, a strike on Carter Russ. No balls, 2 strikes on the center fielder. 8-1 Charleston leading Fairmont State now here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. They have 2 delivery and a breaking pitch, misses down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Rust. Played at Lakota West High School up in Liberty Township, Ohio. Action in the bullpen once again for the Falcons as that pitch misses outside to even up the count at 2-2. Take a look at the sky over top the, they used to call Power Alley Grill. Not sure if that's what it's called anymore or not. As a ground ball over to shortstop, Golf fields and throws for the first out of the inning. Dozenbach will come to the plate, the left fielder. Had a sac bunt and then walked his last time at the plate. As Corson sets and delivers that one high for ball 1.
The Falcons have a couple of guys up and active down in that bullpen. I do see number 12, Mac Schnurr, among them.
Pitch misses in on Dozenbach. 2-0 the count on the freshman from West Grove, Pennsylvania. When shot back into the backstop. Quite a bit of freshmen on the roster for Charleston. Of course, they've had some players come through this system the past few years. Winners of the last 3 Mountain East Conference baseball tournaments. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss there.
Yeah, there's certainly a championship pedigree with this Charleston baseball program now. If the results from today hold, though, Jack, it looks like that's going to be put to the test this weekend. Point Park looked very good in that first game. UC also looking very good here.
Lifted out in the left field over towards the line. Moore racing over, makes the diving catch. Well done by the sophomore out of Charlestown, West Virginia, Cameron Moore out in left field, coming up with a diving catch as you check out the replay.
Yeah, full extension, full speed there. Lays it out. Nice job there out in left field.
Lane Weismiller came into the ball game. Shortstop looks at the first pitch and therefore a strike. Weismiller batting .203 on the season, 13 hits, 2 doubles, 1 home run, and 12 runs batted in. Swing and a miss, no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Weismiller. A Rising Sun, Maryland. Swing and a miss and a strikeout to end the inning. Charleston here in the bottom of the 5th. They add another run. A solo shot from Fredo Mendez to make it 8-1. Brennan and Johnston due up when we come back here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has called West Virginia home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. The health plan, a proud corporate partner with the Mountain East Conference.
Charleston leading 8-1 here inside Gomart Ballpark. Jack Whipler alongside Tom Bragg, and a new pitcher for the Golden Eagles, right-handed sophomore out of Baltimore, Ohio. Trace Hartman takes over on the mound here in the top of the 6th inning. Hartman, a 2-1 record on the season, 12 appearances, 1 start, 20 and a third innings pitched, 27 hits, 20 runs. 15 earned, 13 walks, and 16 strikeouts. A 6.64 ERA as he delivers in at 89 miles per hour. And there's a strike on Quentin Reap. Reap 0 for 2 tonight as flat out twice. That one lined into left center field. That'll get down for a base hit. And the first batter aboard for the Falcons in Quentin Reap. State loaded the bases up in the top half of the 5th, but could only plate 1 run on a walk. Starting pitcher Campbell Spradley got a big strikeout, then a ground out over on the left side to end the inning, and the threat from the Falcons as that pitch misses down and away for ball 1. Hartman sets and delivers, and that one fouled back into the screen. Decent little crowd here tonight. Folks from the friendly city of Fairmont making their way down. I noticed that there was some talk on some social media today that I saw of pepperoni rolls. And you had mentioned a place that I love dearly in Fairmont.
Oh.
Country Club Bakery. Makes the pepperoni rolls. 2-1 pitch. Breaking pitch and there a strike.
They're all right. My time in Fairmont, I was a Colicesnos guy when I was up there.
Through 2, and that one downstairs, full count.
Yeah, good crowd here for the nightcap. First game at Gomart Ballpark. Obviously, a strong contingent for the de facto home team here, the University of Charleston, but hard to tell who's cheering for who with all the maroon in the crowd right now.
It's outside for ball 4. Now the first 2 batters aboard for the Falcons. I'll bring to the plate Maddox Johnston. He was 0 for 2 tonight.
Yeah, I think it's the cheese for me. There's no cheese at Country Club. You get a
There
little
is not.
you get a little
Nope.
cheese at Coliseos.
Fastball misses upstairs from Hartman. Charleston popped up to the first baseman, struck out looking his last time at the plate. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. You and I don't agree on a whole lot of food items. I've noticed that.
No, I've noticed that too. We've had many of these conversations over the years in broadcast booths. And
the bunt attempt, that one bunted down the first baseline, and that is a fair ball. And the tag from Fink.
I think he missed
Came
the
up
tag,
empty, yeah. Now bases loaded here for the Falcons, and no outs. As head coach Dean Peterson walking out to the mound. I think he agreed with the safe call down the first baseline as you take a look here. Yeah. Just came up empty with the tag there of Johnston. There is action in the bullpen for Charleston. Matter of fact, there's action in both bullpens right now.
And Jack, it seemed like Fink maybe misjudged just how fast the runner was coming down the baseline. He turned to make the tag, kind of expecting him to be right there with him, but he was just out of reach.
So the meeting at the mound concludes. You prefer the Tudor's biscuit. I prefer the biscuit from my hometown, Susie's Biscuits.
That's fair.
It is.
That's fair. And it's one of those, like, it's not this one's good and this one's bad. It's just they're both good. I just prefer one to the other.
Called strike on Connor Bailey. He's 2 for 2. An opportunity here to get some runs back. With no outs and the bases loaded. Ground ball right side, that'll get through. 1 run will score and reap. Brennan, they wave him around. Now they put the brakes on as the throw comes in. An RBI single for Connor Bailey, and he continues to swing the hot bat here tonight. He's 3 for 3.
And Bailey reached and scored in the last inning, and the Falcons frame in the 5th and able to drive one in, get back on base here. So we see the replay just reaching out and poking that one the other way through the hole over on the right side of the infield.
8-2 now, Charleston leading, and Tyler Haskins, the catcher, will step in. As it looks at a fastball at 89, in there for a strike from Trace Hartman. Righty working from the stretch, settles at the chest, now delivers in. That one misses down and in. 1-1 to count. Talked about Christmas lights earlier, and they're on down the concourse area, is noticed. The 1-1 pitch, and that one just outside. 2-1.
Yeah, lots of Christmas lights down the concourse. You see them draped over the party deck off in right field. And occasionally, earlier, it was hard to tell when the sun was out, but there's a giant Christmas tree in center field, and it had some lights going on earlier.
Swing and a miss there. Evens up the count at 2-2. There it is, the Christmas tree. 2-2 the count on Haskins. And a swing and a miss. First down of the inning. Haskins unhappy with himself there. 1 out. The shortstop and Ryan Goff will come to the plate.
That was a big punch out for UC. You get your first out of the inning. The bases are still loaded, but, double play is an option. It's in play now to get out of this.
Breaking pitch from Hartman. Finds a strike zone. Infield single his last time at the plate for Ryan Goff. And a breaking pitch, and he knocks that one into the dugout of Charleston, then hits the wall and pops back out into the field of play. No balls and 2 strikes on Goff. Senior from Bridgeport, another Bridgeport Indian. What a program they have. And a swing and a miss there. Back-to-back strikeouts for Hartman.
And Bridgeport, a perennial state championship contender in West Virginia. Our longtime head coach, Robert Shields, one of my favorite people in high school baseball. I always think back, he told me his philosophy on waving runners in one time, and it said, I do it every time. They're high school guys. You're asking guys to make 3 throws and decisions on the fly. No, I'm sending them every time. I'll live with it.
Pitch outside from Hartman. And nice job by the catcher and Ulrich going out to get that one. Quentin Smith, 1 for 3 on the evening. 2 outs here, bases loaded. Pitch up and in. 2-0 the count. Back-to-back strikeouts for Trace Hartman. The 2-0 delivery. Popped up, and that'll get out of play. That one was headed towards where my car is parked, and it's had enough damage with the hailstorms that we've had come through the Kanawha Valley. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 down. Brennan at third, Johnston at second, Bailey at first for Quentin Smith. And he looks at that one off the plate, 3-1. Hartman sets and deals, and a breaking pitch, swing and a miss. Full count now on Quentin Smith.
Yeah, big spot here for the Golden Eagles. Payoff pitch, see if they can get out of this, limiting the damage to just 1 run this inning.
Hartman sets and deals. Fly ball, left center field. Coming over is Rust, and he chases it down. The speedy center fielder. As you see, Trace Hartman take a deep breath as he walks off the field there. The Falcons load him up. They limit the damage here. Charleston still leading 8-2 here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. With a generous serving of historic sites, foodie eccentricities, and brewery diversions, the happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Welcome back inside Gomart Ballpark. Bottom of the 6th inning, Charleston leading 8-2, a new pitcher. As you check out the lights down the concourse area. Luke Emery will take over on the mound for the Falcons. 6-foot left-hander, redshirt junior out of Chesapeake Beach, Maryland. Will take over here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Emory, no record in 8 appearances, 10 in the third innings pitched. 10 hits, 13 runs, 8 earned, 8 walks, and 6 strikeouts. 6.97 ERA for the lefty, as he'll face off with first baseman Casey Fink, who's 2 for 3. And a first pitch in there at 88 miles per hour from Emory, a strike.
Fink, a pair of RBIs, his first at-bat in the second inning, and reached on a double in the fourth and came around to score.
This looks like the exact same pitch from Emory. No balls and 2 strikes on Fink. Emory working from the stretch, sets and deals, and a breaking pitch down low for ball 1. Closing batter is batting .290 against Emory on the season. The 1-2 pitch, breaking pitch, and that one just misses as well. Evens up the count at 2-2. Ground ball, right side. Smith is there. Sets his feet and throws over. That was close, but they get the out. 1 out.
Yeah, Fink really hustling down the line there. Made it probably closer than it should have been, but so we go to the replay. You can see really turning on the Jets. Awfully close, but ball gets there just a hair ahead of the runner.
Third baseman Colin Kemp will step in with 1 out as Emory sets and deals. And a swing and a miss. It's down low. Kemp trying to go down and get it. Swing and a miss at that one. Emory again ahead of the count, 0-2. Kemp has flied out and grounded out twice. And a 1-2-3 at bat there for the strikeout, 2 down.
Kemp has made some excellent plays in the field today, just not his night at the plate for the first few at-bats.
Bring to the plate second baseman Moose Lamont, 1 for 3. As Emory again with the breaking pitch, misses down low for ball 1.
That one hit for Lamond and RBI double last time up.
1-0 pitch. Emory keeping him down in the zone. I've noticed that the first few batters that he has faced. Again, down and in, 3-0 the count on Lamond. That one, the get me over strike. Lamond taking all the way. Three-1 down in the dirt. A 2-out walk for Moose Lamond will bring up the catcher and Evan Ulrich. Ulrich 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch, came around and scored. That was his first at bat tonight. And bouncing in, the runner and Lamond will go. Oh, they say it hit Ulrich on the bounce. So it's twice tonight he's been hit by a pitch.
You know, sometimes you see things in baseball that you haven't seen often or maybe never. I don't think I can remember seeing somebody get hit by a pitch that had already bounced.
I've seen it a few times over the years.
That one got him on the leg there. Looked like on the bounce from our vantage point. Maybe it had got him a little higher up, and that looks like it was painful.
Dakota Miller just found that one off of his foot or his leg there. You can put all the shields you want on there and all the protection. That ball always seems to find the flesh.
Yes.
Take a look at the replay down the first baseline. Yeah, right off the foot.
Ooh.
The baseball cleats are not steel-toed.
Not yet, at least.
That went bouncing to the backstop, and that allowed the runners to move up 90 feet on the wild pitch. So Luke Emery was cruising right along through the first two batters, and now in a bit of a jam with 2 outs and runners at second and third. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking pitch. This is inside. 2-1. Induced a ground out, then got a strikeout, then a walk. Hit by pitch. And then a wild pitch allows the runners to move over. The 2-1. Bounces in again. Nice block by Haskins. 3 balls and 1 strike on Dakota Miller. Fredo Mendez on deck, and that is not who Fairmont State wants to see to come to the plate.
Certainly not after his last at-bat.
The 3-1 delivery. Breaking pitch drops in there for a strike. Full count.
It's a nice pitch. He's had trouble getting the curveball, slider stuff over the plate, been leaving him a little short. That one up in the zone, froze the batter.
Payoff pitch. And that one misses down and in for ball 4 to load the bases.
As we were just saying, Jack, not the guy you want to see strolling to the plate for UC. If you're Fairmont State right now, Fredo Mendez, the long home run, the last time up, parked one on Morris Street, looking to do more damage here.
It was his 4th home run of the season. As he'll dig in. On the left side with bases loaded and 2 outs. Emery sets and deals, and that went in there for a strike. A raking pitch, been off the plate. 1-1 to count on Mendez. Breaking pitch. That one left inside, 2-1. That one popped up, but it'll get out of play over top the third base dugout. Count is even at 2-2, 2 down. Bases loaded here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Charleston threatening as they lead 8-2 over Fairmont State. Lamont down at third, Ulrich at second, and Miller at first. The 2-2 pitch from Emery, and that one's fought off. And with the 2-2 from Emery. And a swing and a miss. And with a fastball at 88 on the outer part of the plate for the strikeout. To end the threat here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Charleston still leading Fairmont State here on the Mountain East Digital Network. Back inside Gomart Ballpark here in Charleston, West Virginia. Back with her along with Tom Bragg here on the nightcap of day one. Point Park got the victory 15-5 in 7 innings over Concord earlier today. Drops Concord down into the losers bracket. They'll play at 1:30 tomorrow. Go on the loser of this game between Charleston and Fairmont State. You'll be back with us here tomorrow, Tom.
Oh, yeah. All weekend long.
All
Gonna
weekend.
Be
we got Tom Bragg. That's
whole
awesome.
lot of baseball this weekend, but that's all right. It's the best time of year for it. It's spring has sprung. In West Virginia, that means it's usually the middle of May. At that point, we're starting to get consistently with some good weather here in the capital city. I'm all for it, man.
A 1 pitch, and that one lifted foul down the left field line. Off the bat of Cameron Moore. Moore made a tremendous diving catch a couple innings ago down the left field line from his left field position. The 0-2 delivery from Hartman. That one poked out in the left center field, and coming over the speedy center fielder in Carter Rust. Now he can range around out there in the outfield.
Yeah, Rust can fly. He's had to put those wheels to use a few times tonight, but really impressive the range he's showing out there.
First out of the inning brings up Noah Canterbury, the first baseman. Canterbury 0 for 3 tonight as he looks that one outside for ball 1. He's flat out to right field, grounded out and struck out swinging tonight. And that swing there comes up empty. 1-1 to count. Here's Hartman, the relief pitcher of starting pitcher Campbell Spradley. Breaking pitch in there for a strike, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Spradley 5 innings pitched, faced 22 batters. Hitting with 81 pitches, 52 strikes, 4 hits, 1 run. That was an earned run as that one's ripped out into right field. And a base hit for Noah Canterbury.
And just a little too tall for Moose out there at second base. Looked like he had a bead on it. Made a nice attempt to go full stretch and try and get that one. But as we said, just a little too tall as that one leaks into the outfield.
A 1-out single for Canterbury. And Quentin Reap will come to the plate. So they close the books on Spradley, and he had 3 walks and 5 strikeouts tonight. As that pitch misses down for ball 1 on Quentin Reap. Reap 1 for 3 tonight. Scored a run. 1-0 pitch upstairs, 2-0. Charleston leading 8-2 here in the top half of the 7th inning. Action again in the bullpen for the Golden Eagles. The throw over to first. Chases Canterbury back into the bag. The 2-0 pitch swung on. That one lined out in left field. That'll get down for a base hit. Dozenbach comes over and gathers it up in the corner and delivers it back into the infield. Keeps Canterbury at second base, but 1 out. Now runners at first and second. Zach Brennan, the center fielder, will come to the plate. Oh for 2 tonight, walked his last time at the plate. And a swing and a miss there from Brennan. Tom, you got to keep an eye on that Christmas tree out there.
It might be sound activated. It keeps lighting up at very odd times, so we're gonna keep an eye on that, like you said.
1 pitch, and that one fouled back into the screen. See, they are got a little sound effect of a doorbell. We always did that here when I worked here when it was bark at the park night.
Mm-hmm.
You bring the dogs just to get the dogs barking. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and a strikeout. 2 down now.
Yeah, I've heard of teams doing that on Bark at the Park night when it's a big moment for the other team and you want it to be as loud as possible, so you play the doorbells or
get the
show a mailman on the video board or something.
2 down for third baseman Maddox Johnston. 1 for 3 tonight as he takes a hack at that one and fouls it away. Hartman peering in now, wants Ulrich to go through the signs again. Now delivers, and that one goes through the legs off the backstop and up the third baseline. That'll allow Canterbury and Reap to move over. I imagine they'll write that one down as a wild pitch.
Yeah,
2 outs, 1-1 to count.
I think it'd be hard-pressed to get that one in the pass ball category.
Swing and a miss there. Nice pitch down low at 88 miles per hour. 2 down, runners at second and third for the Falcons. Hartman sets and deals. And that one misses down and away, 2-2. The Falcons have threatened several innings here tonight. They've loaded the bases up twice. And now runners at second and third with 2 outs. Speed pitch just misses. Runs the count to full on Maddox Johnston.
Yeah, Jack, it's felt a couple times like UC's right on the cusp of blowing this one open, but Fairmont State finding ways to get back in. But big swing and a miss there ends this threat.
Breaking pitch, a strikeout. Ends the inning. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Stretch time here inside Gilmore Ballpark on the Mountain East Digital Network.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has called West Virginia home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. The health plan, a proud corporate partner with the Mountain East Conference.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there? At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have. No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Welcome back inside Gilmart Ballpark here in Charleston, West Virginia. Charleston leading Fairmont State through 6.5, 8-2. Carter Rust will lead things off, the center fielder for the Golden Eagles. Left-hander Luke Emery back out on the mound for the Falcons. Fairmont 2 runs on 9 hits tonight, 2 errors. They've stranded 11. Charleston 8 runs on 6 hits, no errors. They've stranded 7 tonight. So Carter Rust will come to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Rust 1 for 3 tonight. A couple RBIs. He scored a run as he foul tips that one into the glove for strike 1. That one bouncing in from Luke Emery. 1-1 to count on Rust. Talked about the Charleston softball team winning the Mountain East Conference softball tournament. A three-peat for the Golden Eagles. They'll play tomorrow. Maybe at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning up at Kutztown as that one comes in and plunks Rust on the leg. So they're in the Atlantic Regional tomorrow at 10 a.m. up at Kutztown, Pennsylvania. They'll play the Golden Bears of Kutztown University. You watch that last one come right in on him. Fielder Trent Dozenbach shows bunt, and he pushes it foul down the third baseline. Charleston is the number 7 seed in that Atlantic Regional. It's down to number 2 seed, I believe, as a throw over to first. Of course, the Charleston softball team made it clear to the World Series last year in the Division II down in Florida. Getting a throw over. And they are very aware of what Carter Russ can do on the bases. Emery sets and deals. The bunt attempt right back up into the air, and they couldn't find it. That's going to be a foul ball. As Haskins threw his helmet and mask off, but he was looking at Emery. Emery's looking at Haskins. Meanwhile, Johnston has come charging down the third base line. Take a look here. It's like he had it, but then he thought that maybe the pitcher was going to get it, but then he lost it. And by that time, it hits in fair territory, then he fields it in foul territory.
Yeah, it looked to me like maybe he was trying to let that bounce to try to get the faster Rust on the force play at second base, but where he was standing in foul territory when he got the ball, they called it a foul ball.
You may be right about that, as that breaking pitch in there for strike 3.
Yeah, I'm not so sure there was miscommunication on that one. It seemed almost intentional watching on the replay.
One out now for shortstop Lane Weismiller. As Russ goes, the throw from Haskins is not in time. Another stolen base for Carter Russ. I believe that's his third of the ball game.
That's what I have here. Third stolen base of the game for Russ. Nice throw down there. Just looked like Rust showing off those wheels. He just beat it.
One pitch from Emery, and that one down in the dirt. Nice block by Haskins. Of course, the Mountain East Conference Women's Lacrosse Championship just finished up. Frostburg State, the winners of that one, as the pitch misses in. Russ goes again. The late throw and another stolen base, his fourth of the evening. And what a jump he got on at that time.
Oh, great jump. I don't think either Fairmont was giving it away or they did not see it until very late. But great jump by Russ. As you said, his fourth stolen base of the night. Second time he's stolen third this evening.
So now he's 90 feet away. 3-1 pitch and the infield playing in, and that's ball 4. Runners at the corners with one out for Charleston, and the top of the order back up in Casey Fink. I mentioned the Frostburg State women's lacrosse winning the championship of the Mountain East Conference. They defeated conference member Dominican California. And you've got this puzzled look on there.
I'm just kind of nodding along. I also saw recently the Big 12 Conference crowned its first ever women's lacrosse champion. Do you know who it was? The University of Florida won the Big 12 Women's Lacrosse Conference Championship.
Ground ball left side. Russ coming home. The throw, nice job by Johnston. The only play he had was over at first base. But an RBI for Casey Fink scores Rust from third to make it 9-2. Dominican, California was brought in, I believe, as an associate member of the Mountain East Conference for women's lacrosse as a breaking pitch is fouled away. Each conference, to get the automatic qualifier, has to have a certain number.
Yeah, you have to hit certain benchmarks.
Schools within the conference. Of course, Mountain East Conference did not have that because of the closure of Notre Dame, as that one's grounded over the left side. Again, Johnston, terrific play from the third base side.
Couple of nice plays to get them out of that jam here.
We go to the top of the eighth. Charleston leading 9-2 over Fairmont State here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
Team with a river in the middle. Take me to my hometown. My hometown is your hometown. It's got a gold dome, heard the picking on the fiddle.
Top of the eighth inning here inside Gomart Ballpark, Charleston, West Virginia. Charleston, the number one seed out of the South, leading the number 3 team out of the North in Fairmont State 9-2. Fairmont State has out-hit Charleston tonight, 9-6. But they have stranded 11 runners. Chase Hartman back out on the mound for the Golden Eagles, and Connor Bailey, 3 for 3 tonight. Steps in and looks at the first pitch in there at 87 for a strike.
On the other side of that, Jack, yes, Fairmont State has out-hit Charleston 9-6, but also 2 errors on the board and a handful of walks in really bad spots have allowed the Eagles to really take advantage of those mistakes and pile up some runs here.
1-1 the count on Connor Bailey. That pitch misses low, 2-1. West Virginia State and Frostburg State will get things started tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. As that one shot out of play. Over top the first base dugout. Frostburg State, a very good baseball program. Ground ball, left side. Weismiller fields it and throws a strike over for the first out of the inning and the first time they retire Connor Bailey tonight.
Jeff, Frostburg State, as you said, a fantastic baseball program. Of course, there's decades of history and championship lineage at the West Virginia State program going back to the old West Virginia Conference days. We mentioned UC's been on this recent run of success. You've got Point Park coming into the league now. Strong teams through the middle of the table. This is just a fantastic baseball conference in Division II right now.
The 1-0 pitch, and that one in there a strike. Evens the count at 1-1 on Haskins.
I mean, there's some good teams in this league that aren't here this week.
Yep. Glenville State just missed out. They were trying to play their way in along with Concord and West Virginia State in that final regular season series. Could have went any direction there.
Yeah, I believe it came down to Sunday when Concord able to just nose ahead of Glenville State and make it here to Charleston.
1-1 pitch bounces in. Michigan State head coach Sean Lloyd. Been around that program a long time. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball left side. Weismiller again. Fields it, throws across his body, and in time to get the out.
That was awfully close. The Fairmont State dugout there behind first base. Not happy about it.
Haskins unhappy about it as well.
As we see on the replay.
Yeah,
well, yeah, it looked like he might have gotten in there.
Ryan Goff shoots one out in the left field for a 2-out single.
So we get the shot of the Christmas tree we've been talking about so much. You see some of those blue lights on there right now, which you're not seeing. There is some sound activated to it. They've got a little light routine that goes on. Lights up and says, "Go Birds." I think it has base hit on there also sometimes.
Called first strike on Quentin Smith. 1 for 4 tonight for Smith. He has struck out twice. Now that one sails over top of his head. He ducks down out of the way of that one. 1-1 to count on Quentin Smith. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 8th inning, Charleston leading 9-2. Hartman working from the stretch, settles at the chest, now delivers in. That one shot out into the gap in right field. And that will get down for a hit. And now they've got Smith in a rundown. They'll come home with the throw and the tag made.
Wow.
For the final out as Goff tried to score.
That could not have worked out better for the University of Charleston. Great effort by Russ. We've talked about his wheels out there in center field. He had to move very fast over a long distance to keep that ball in front of him. Had to stretch, dive, and knock it down as we go to the replay here. See, off the bat, looks like that one's going in the gap for extra bases. Russ lays it out. Looked like he maybe knocked it down with his chest and collected it while he was on the ground. Throws a strike to second base. And then a base running blunder here. As Fairmont got a little greedy over there at third base and makes the last out of the inning at home plate. Wow.
Charleston leads 9-2 here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
Attention all car buyers, it's deal time at the all-new Cardinal Chevrolet. Come see the team at Cardinal Chevrolet and let us show you what a great deal really looks like. No games, no gimmicks, just great prices on all the Chevys you love. If you want to save a buck on your next car or truck, come see us at Cardinal Chevrolet. Silverados, Equinox, Blazers, all recently reduced and ready for immediate delivery. Our best deals, your best time to buy. The all-new Cardinal Chevrolet. Exit 34 of I-64 in Hurricane, West Virginia. Together, let's drive.
The people here are fantastic.
My classmates rock. I haven't met anybody that I don't like here.
It is definitely a very diverse university.
My roommates from Sweden, Germany,
Caribbean, so many places.
The academics has been stellar as well.
The professors are very nice here.
Every single person within the classroom feels appreciated.
The campus is absolutely beautiful.
Everything's a close, easy walk.
I will recommend this place to everyone.
I feel so at home here.
Charleston leading Fairmont State 9-2 here in the bottom of the 8th. 2025 Mountain East Conference Baseball Tournament. West Virginia Video Productions crew here tonight bringing all the great shots from high above and all over the ballpark. Ryan Shepard, our producer tonight. Levi Barnhart, our director. Jack Whitler alongside Tom Bragg. As Musa Laman will lead things off for Charleston. And the first pitch is swing and a miss from the offering from Luke Emery. There's swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes on Lamont. 1 for 2 nights. Excuse me, 1 for 3. RBI, he's walked. A ground ball left side. Johnston will field from the third base position and throw a strike across the diamond for out number 1. Brings to the plate the catcher for Charleston and Evan Ulrich. 0 for 2 for Ulrich. He has scored a run. He's been hit by a pitch twice. As he comes up missing on that swing. Do want to give a shout out to the Charleston Sports Information Department, as that one's a hard ground ball, backhanded by Johnston, and another strike across the diamond, 2 down.
Johnston has been really impressive over there at third base. He's made some great stabs and just some remarkable throws all the way across the diamond to get some of these guys from UC who, more often than not, are pretty fast guys. He's having to get it over there in a hurry. 2 outs, right fielder Dakota Miller. Just trying to give a shout out to the Charleston Sports Information Department and Louisa DC and Kayla Cobbs, who had to travel to Kutztown with the softball team, so they could not be here tonight. They're all the way up there in Pennsylvania, working hard as they always do. Those folks don't get paid enough. No, they do not. SID is really the unsung heroes of college sports, especially when you've been on the media side. You know how vital they are to all of this happening.
Yep. 2-1 to count on Dakota Miller. To 1 pitch, and that one lined out in the left field for a base hit. Miller's first hit of the night.
I believe, Jack, that may be the first base hit for Charleston since the home run by Mendez in the 5th inning. Base on balls and hit by pitches have gotten some guys on base since then, but that's the first one. Contact in play.
A pinch hitter here for Mendez. That'll be Alec Mendoza. He fouls the first one off. Mendoza played at Notre Dame College before transferring to Charleston. One bounces in. Nice stop by Haskins. 1-1 account on Mendoza. Pickerington, Ohio native, just outside of the Columbus area there. Just outside the Beltway. Ground ball, left side, fielded by Johnston again, and tell you what, Maddox Johnson has had a heck of a ball game over at the third base.
Made all 3 outs that inning.
We go to the top of the 9th. Fairmont State down to the last 3 outs. Charleston leading 9-2 here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
What's possible when you have the freedom to explore things that inspire you? To be a part of a community that supports and challenges you. Where can you go to find the space and time to reach your goals? Who can you become when you're able to make connections in a place where you belong? Find out what's possible at Frostburg State University.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. With a generous serving of historic sites, foodie eccentricities, and brewery diversions, the happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Top of the ninth inning here inside Go Martin Ballpark. Charleston leading Fairmont State 9-2. The pitcher for Charleston, a freshman out of Christiansburg, Virginia, and righty Tanner Evans will take over on the mound. On a no record in 15 appearances, all out of the bullpen. 20 in the third innings pitch. 14 hits, 12 runs, 12 earned runs, 16 walks, and 20 strikeouts. For Mr. Evans as first pitch. This is high and outside to left fielder Cameron Moore. Fastball in there at 89. Gets over for a strike. 1-1 to count on Moore. A freshman righty out there to close it out for Charleston. As he misses down low. 2-1.
Yeah, Moore working fast. He's up there chucking.
2-1 delivery. And that one misses inside. 3-1. Moore 0 for 2 tonight. 2 walks, a strikeout. He does have an RBI. That one shot over on the left side. That'll get down for a base hit into left field. A good start for Fairmont State. First batter aboard. There's the Christmas tree lighting up. Noah Canterbury. Pitch there. Catches the inner part of the plate for strike one. Evans sets and deals, and that one down low. 1-1 to count. Runner in Moore at first base. No outs here, top of the ninth for Fairmont State. Breaking pitch in there, a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Noah Canterbury. 1 for 4 ninth. Evans sets and deals, and blocked down by Ulrich. Evens up the count at 2-2. Loser this one plays Concord tomorrow at 1:30. Went ripped into right field. That was headed towards our cameraman down there.
Yeah, awfully close. There's only 3 people sitting in that section. I think it hit about 2 seats over from where they were at.
I think he's that head on a swivel, especially when you're not behind the nets.
I remember when this place opened, they didn't have the nets on top of the dugouts.
No.
It was crazy to sit down there.
And a swing and a miss there for the first out of the inning.
First base occupied, so the drop third strike rule not in play there.
With 1 out, Quentin Reap. There's our cameraman, Parker Withrow down there, waving at us.
You know him?
Kinda. He's been around a bit too long for me. As a breaking pitch from Evans in there. A strike on Quentin Reap. Reap 2 for 4 tonight. Has scored a run. The pitch misses. 1-1 to count. Of course, Parker Withrow, the cameraman, down the first base line. Jackie Donald down a left field line, and then up top, Mr. Robbie Mounts on the camera as that one's fouled back towards Mr. Robbie Mounts.
Yeah, heads up, Robbie. One's coming your way.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Reap with 1 out and Moore down at first base. He holds off on that one. 2-2 the count. There's Robbie up top. 2-2 delivery, breaking pitch is fouled away again. There's the man with the plan right there,
he
Jackie
is.
Donald. 3-2 pitch. Grounded foul down the third baseline. Those guys put in a lot of long hours standing out there behind those cameras. Of course, our producer and Brian Shepard. Levi Barnhart, our director here tonight. And there's
the man.
Executive director, Butch Mounts, always working hard. Ground ball left side. Kemp fields. He'll go to first base. And in and out of the glove, though, of Fink.
I'm pretty sure that one's going to be an error. It's a matter of who you put that one on, the throw or the catch. I tend to go with the throw on those.
You'll look at the replay there from up top. As Zach Brennan, the center fielder, will dig in, and a breaking pitch from Evans, and there a strike. Still waiting to see who they, and they do give the error to Kemp at third base. Evans checks the runner, the 0-1 pitch, another breaking pitch, and home plate umpire Bob Wyford said he went around. 0-2.
Yeah, tried to hold up there, just a little too far through that swing already. As we go to the replay here, you can see he just got a little too far around on that one. Definitely will count for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes on Zach Brennan. 1 out, top of the ninth. Charleston leading 9-2. 2 breaking pitch, got him looking for the punch out. 2 down.
Great pitch there, just dropped it down, caught that inside corner. Looked like it was maybe going to, from the batter's vantage point, looks like that one's going to come inside. Maybe you got to step back out of the way a little bit, but it cuts in at the last second and catches the inside. Awesome pitch there.
Third baseman Maddox Johnston will come to the plate with 2 down. Looks at a breaking pitch, misses inside for ball 1. Another breaking pitch, and once again, misses inside, 2-0. Charleston fans wanting a strike call.
Now, that one didn't look too dissimilar from the punch-out pitch the batter before.
Fastball upstairs at 87 that time. This was 3 balls and no strikes. Evans from the stretch, sets and deals, and that one fouled back into the screen. Johnston was not taking. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Tanner Evans sets and deals. And that pitch at 87 miles per hour in there for a strike. Runs the count to full. Evans peers in. Gets the signs, now settles just above the belt. Payoff pitch, swung on, ground ball. Kemp Fields fires off the bag, though. Another throwing mistake from the third baseman. Let's see if they give that a hit or rule it an error.
Yeah, awfully close there as Johnston was. Yeah, it's going to go down as a hit. Johnston flying down that first baseline. Looks like he was going to beat the throw anyway.
There is action in the bullpen for Charleston. Head coach Dean Peterson roaming around the front of the dugout for Charleston, but now settles in back on the top step. So he'll stay with his freshman righty. 2 down, bases loaded. Right fielder Connor Bailey, 3 for 4 tonight. At the plate, as Evans sets and deals, and that pitch misses inside. The ball 1. One-0 pitch. Misses out. 2-0 the count on Connor Bailey. Tanner Evans sets and deals, and that one bounces in. 3-0 the count. Coach Peterson peering down into the bullpen of Charleston's. 3-0 the count on Connor Bailey. And a 4-pitch walk will bring a runner home. Make it 9-3.
Got to figure that action in the bullpen gets a little more.
Take a look down in the bullpen for Charleston. Left-hander from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, Scott Templeton warming up. Tyler Haskins at the plate, and that ball misses outside for ball 1. Haskins 0 for 3 tonight. That one's inside, 2-0. Now time is called. Pitching coach Carter Lyles will walk out to the mound. Carter Lyles played at Scott High School.
He was an excellent high school baseball player for the Skyhawks down in Boone County. He was, in last 10, 15 years, he's one of those names that just jumps out at you, man. That guy was a great ball player in his day.
I remember watching him when he was 12 years old. He looked like he's still the same size.
Not a lot has changed, really.
No, and of course he out of Scott High School, went to W. That did not work out. He ended up down at Marshall. And now a pitching coach here at the University of Charleston. So 2-0 the count on Haskins with 2 outs and the bases loaded. And a swing and a miss. I don't know what Coach Lyles told him, but it worked. He said, this is how I used to do it when I was 12 down there in Madison Little League.
Let's put it across the plate, man.
2-1 pitch, and that one misses low, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike on Haskins. As Evans sets and deals. Popped up and out of play. Three-2 the count on Tyler Haskins. Charleston fans a little noisy over here on the left side. The payoff pitch coming up from Evans as he sets and deals and punched him out. The strikeout to end the ball game. And Charleston advances on to the winner's bracket with a 9-3 victory over Fairmont State. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll recap it from here inside Gomart Ballpark here on the Mountain East Digital Network.
Attention all car buyers, it's deal time at the all-new Cardinal Chevrolet. Come see the team at Cardinal Chevrolet and let us show you what a great deal really looks like. No games, no gimmicks, just great prices on all the Chevys you love. If you want to save a buck on your next car or truck, come see us at Cardinal Chevrolet. Silverados, Equinox, Blazers, all recently reduced and ready for immediate delivery. Our best deals, your best time to buy. The all-new Cardinal Chevrolet. Exit 34 of I-64 in Hurricane, West Virginia. Together, let's drive.
Team with a river in the middle. Take me to my hometown. My hometown is your hometown. It's got a gold dome and a picking on the fiddle.
The health plan has called West Virginia home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. The health plan, a proud corporate partner with the Mountain East Conference.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. From unrivaled outdoor adventure you won't find anywhere else in the world, to hometown plates and platters that pair well with the local craft beers. The happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Back inside Gomart Ballpark here on the Mountain East Digital Network. Charleston, the number one seed out of the South, with the victory over Fairmont State 9-3, and the winning pitcher, starting pitcher, Campbell Spradley, gets the victory here tonight. Spradley now 3-2 on the season. 5 innings pitched, gave up 4 hits, 1 run, an earned run, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Trace Hartman came in through 3 innings. 7 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. And then Tanner Evans came in and closed it down in the top half of the 9th inning. Gave up 2 hits, 1 run, a walk, and then 3 strikeouts for the freshman righty. Nice performance tonight by Charleston. Of course, put up 4 runs in that bottom half of the second, and then 3 in the bottom of the third, and 1 and 1 in the 4th and 5th frames, and just kind of put it on cruise control the rest of the evening.
Yeah, got the big inning early, kind of added to that a little bit, and then the big shot in the 5th inning, the Fredo Mendoza bomb that he hit out onto Mendez. But he hit that bomb out onto Morris Street, and try as they might, Fairmont State tried to chip away at that lead, left a whole bunch of runners on base tonight. You got to think, going back to the hotel tonight, there's Falcons thinking about what could have been a little timely hitting with runners on base, but UC able to get out of several jams along the way and finish things up with a 9-3 win.
Yep, Fairmont State 3 runs on 13 hits. Out-hit Charleston tonight, 13-7. Had 2 errors, though, that cost them, and then left 15 runners aboard. Charleston 9 runs on 7 hits, 1 error, and left 9 runners aboard tonight. Charleston 2 for 5 night for Casey Fink. He had a couple RBIs early in that ball game that set the tone for Charleston here tonight. As they get the victory, they go to 26-23 overall. Fairmont State, they'll tag the loss on the starting pitcher in Micah Canterbury. He'll go to 5-3. Fairmont State will drop to 24-25, and then they'll drop down to the losers bracket, and they'll take on Concord tomorrow afternoon at 1:30. Tomorrow morning, though, things will get started with number 2 out of South West Virginia State and number 2 out of the North Frostburg State at 10 o'clock in the morning. So breakfast and baseball for you guys here tomorrow.
Yeah, you know, I'm coming from South Charleston. Might have to bring some biscuits with me tomorrow.
There you go. So that'll do it from here inside Go-Mart Ballpark. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. My partner in Tom Bragg, our producer, and Brian Shepard, Levi Barnhart, our director. I'm Jack Witho saying so long from the capital city. Final score, Charleston gets the victory over Fairmont State 9-3. You've been watching live streaming coverage of the 2025 Mountain East Conference Baseball Tournament here on the Mountain East Digital Network.